We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some news regarding SmackDown's Emma, who had made her surprise return to WWE back in late October of 2022, where she surprisingly returned on the October 28th edition of SmackDown to face off against Ronda Rousey during her open challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And while of course Emma was unsuccessful against Rousey, many fans were very happy to see Emma finally back in WWE. With Triple H now at the helm of creative in the company, lots believe that the second time around in WWE will be a lot better or favorable for Emma, and that she has a real chance to make an impact in the women's division in the near future. Now, as of right now, it's unknown exactly what WWE plan for Emma moving forward, but clearly Triple H has some big plans up his sleeves for Emma on SmackDown, otherwise she would not have been brought back to the company in the first place. In a recent interview, Emma revealed the goal she has in WWE following her surprise return, and here's exactly what Emma had to say. Quote, "I have actually never held a title in WWE, believe it or not. When it does happen, it'll be that much better, right? Yeah, so that definitely is a goal of mine to be the women's champion in WWE. I mean, that would definitely be the ultimate goal, but I'm happy to work myself up to that." Now, by all means, it's unlikely that Emma will be challenging for the SmackDown Women's Championship seriously anytime soon, as WWE already have their major plans mapped out heading into WrestleMania 39 season. But according to one of our sources, Triple H is going to be giving Emma a push in 2023, and likely sometime later on in the year, Emma will have a rise to SmackDown Women's title contention in a big underdog storyline, which is what Hunter is hoping for. And that before the year's over, Emma will be a favorite underdog that the WWE Universe want to see get a title opportunity, much like with Liv Morgan last year. In your opinion, do you feel like Emma was a great, worthwhile return for WWE, and that she should eventually get a serious push into women's title contention? Or do you feel like Emma does not have what it takes to be at the top of the women's division? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Now, there is unfortunately a lot of uncertainty regarding former WWE superstar Jeff Hardy's future in wrestling, and it appears as though Jeff Hardy may not end up returning to wrestle again. As most of you are likely aware, Jeff Hardy has been away from the bright lights of wrestling following his DUI in June of 2022, with AEW All Elite Wrestling deciding to make the call to suspend Jeff Hardy, and that Jeff will only ever be allowed to return to AEW if he has things seriously under control. Unfortunately, Jeff Hardy's suspension from AEW has really put a wrench in the plans that were apparently in the works for the Hardy Boys, with Jeff's brother Matt Hardy having this to say regarding the unfortunate situation with Jeff Hardy. Quote, "Yeah, I think we were going to see the Hardys as the AEW World Tag Team Champions if Jeff did not suffer that very unfortunate twist of fate. Without question, it would have been awesome to see the Hardy Boys back on top in tag team wrestling, but clearly these major plans for the Hardy Boys have either been cancelled completely or possibly put on hold until Jeff's able to return, if he ever will be allowed to come back, that is." Matt finished up by trying to answer the best he could about whether or not Jeff Hardy will wrestle again. "It's just very unfortunate the things that happened with Jeff. Hopefully it's something that is going to make into a positive, and he's going to turn everything around in his life. And he can come back and be better. We'll see, I don't know. Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't, but we were scheduled to do all kinds of things during the summer, and it really sent me down a big path of detour following that, but it is what it is." Now let's hope that Jeff Hardy is able to get things under control, and will eventually be allowed to return to AEW after a suspension, because it would be great to see Matt and Jeff Hardy ride off into the sunset and retire after having one last tag team title run. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope this storyline ending to the Hardy Boys' careers can eventually happen in All Elite Wrestling soon. Now, last night's edition of Monday Night Raw was the special first WWE televised show of 2023, and it definitely featured some memorable moments. And the match that a lot of fans are talking about was the main event of Raw, the United States Championship match between defending champion Austin Theory and challenger Seth Rollins. Unfortunately, what had fans talking following Raw was not actually the stellar match between Theory and Seth Rollins, which inevitably saw Austin Theory retain his United States title, but the talk was surrounding Seth Rollins' status coming out of Raw, because Rollins was clearly injured during the match with Theory, but showed incredible heart and toughness to continue on and finish the match. However, Seth Rollins was having extreme difficulty getting out of the ring and backstage when Raw went off the air, and this not surprisingly has fans very worried about Seth Rollins' injury status in WWE. Unfortunately, there is some very sad news to share regarding Seth Rollins, because it has been rumored and reported that Seth Rollins suffered from a knee injury during his United States title match against Austin Theory last night on Monday Night Raw, and this is the real reason why Seth Rollins required serious assistance getting backstage after Raw went off air, and Seth Rollins' status in WWE is now sadly in question. This is the same knee that Seth Rollins had injured badly back in 2015, and a new backstage report has revealed that Seth Rollins will be out of action from WWE indefinitely following Raw last night, and as of right now there's no timetable on when fans could expect to see Seth Rollins back in the ring, and this information likely will not be known until Seth Rollins' knee is further examined. Now, by all means, this is truly sad and unfortunate news that Seth Rollins is injured right at the beginning of the new year, because it was reported that Seth Rollins was planned to be a major focal point of the build-up to WrestleMania 39, and his status in WWE is now completely up in the air, with it being sadly unknown if Seth Rollins will even be medically cleared to return in time for WrestleMania this year, let alone the 2023 Royal Rumble later this month, which is very unlikely. Let's hope that Seth Rollins' knee injury is not as bad as the one he suffered back in 2015, because that knee injury kept Rollins on the shelf until May 2016, which was 6 months after sustaining the injury. Now, there is a breaking new backstage rumor going around right now that Triple H and WWE are seriously considering having the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns relinquish the WWE Championship prior to the true build-up to WrestleMania 39, with Hunter reportedly feeling as though Monday Night Raw desperately needs that WWE title back on the brand, and that the WWE creating an intriguing storyline for that WWE Championship at WrestleMania this year will draw in way more fans compared to just having the world titles involved with Roman Reigns. And Triple H believes that Roman Reigns only needs the Universal Championship for the top storyline at WrestleMania, with either The Rock or Cody Rhodes. If WWE do end up deciding to force Roman Reigns to relinquish the WWE title, that will likely be announced by WWE on an episode of SmackDown in the coming weeks. And while some of Roman Reigns' fans may not be very happy about this, Triple H believes that having the WWE Championship back on Raw will add a huge level of buzz and hype going into WrestleMania, so it is likely a good business decision.